TraBio is based on 3 pillars. The first pillar is the classification we have just seen that collects products, 1,800 type of products, which means that this typology of products correspond to the product classification of the harmonized system that is from the WCO Harmonized Commodity and Description and Coding System, which you may know has HS, that has available up to 6-digit detail. And those 6-digit detail are just selected, and the selection of these 6 digits is what it makes the selection of these 1,800 products. And as explained by Lorena, these are also reclassified in 13 groups, subgroups, category and subcategory to make to regroup the products so that they are make more sense together. The second pillar of TraBio is free access data on trade flows and market indicators on biodiversity-based products, which are included in the classification. And you see in my page here, UNCTAD Stat DataCentre. UNCTAD Stat DataCentre has a collection of several data on trade, economy, and other aspects, and has a specific section dedicated to environment and related trade. And you can find here that there is a category called Trade in Biodiversity-Based Products, which includes all the data from the indicators available on biotrade. The third pillar is called the TraBio webpage. It's the general TraBio webpage where you can also find direct access to the data if you want. You will be redirected from the page directly to see environmental related trade and biodiversity. Anyway, this page allows you to, as shown by Lorena in her snapshot, to visualize information on import and exports, but also on trends, and for example, even share of exports or share of GDP of biotrade. So this is the third pillar. We said first pillar, the classification. Second pillar, the data and the databases. Third pillar are these visualization tools that facilitate the extraction of information from the database. To go back to the data center where we have been sourcing the data to build up the maps, you can find different data series. The data series have been updated last in January, and they have data from 2010, if I'm not mistaken, until 2023. They will be soon re-updated to cover some countries for which there were data gaps related to 2023. So maybe you don't find all information on import and exports for 2023, but soon it will be updated again to cover the gaps. The main indicators we have here are this biotrade annual, which includes information on import and exports of biodiversity-based products, and I can show you a little bit how it works. The general default page you can open is listing the products, this 1,800 reclassified and grouped according to the classification, and the years. However, it is possible to customize this table. And for example, here we see export word, economy, partner word, and indicator. But we can customize it. For example, if we're interested to see a specific import and export, or just let's say imports from a specific economy, we can select here the economy from the economy filter. And we can, for example, see, I don't know, Northern America and Europe, and we can apply, and we'll have only the situation related to Northern America and Europe. We can also reshape this table so that, for example, in the column or in the rows, we have different information. And that we could do by designing the table and moving these filters together with the years. Let's say, for example, we are interested to see specific products. We can select one of them, if, for example, food and beverages, and then applied it as a filter, and maybe we want to see, for example, for each economy that we have selected, for each economy, we can have the economy in the rows and the year, and see for only the products that we have selected, which is the food and beverage total, we can see the economy and year, the totals for this type of product. That's how we can just customize it and have, for example, the economy, meaning the reporting economy that is exporting in this case, and the various years. And this is what the table is being showing. It is important to notice that our data are available only in value, not in volume. This is in consideration of the quality of the original data that are used to compile Comtrade. Comtrade is the UN database on all imports and exports flows. It includes information on the volumes. However, the volume information is very unstable and very, in terms of quality, very much poor for certain countries. That's why we don't feel aggregating any information, and this is why we don't have volume data in our data sets. You will not find it. The second type of indicators I wanted to mention that are available in our data set are, as mentioned also by Lorena, the biotrade, so the total of the biodiversity-based products being imported and exported in terms of growth rates per year. So how much some products have been growing. And you can do the same and customize the table and extract also your own data in CSV, for example, for your own country. So you can select the own country, and you can also select a specific partner. For example, you want to see the flows from your country to Europe, or your country to Latin America, or your country to another specific country. That you could do by customizing the table or by selecting by the drop-down menu. Here, this is also possible to do that. The other indicators for which we have information are the biotrade as percentage of GDP, again annual, and the biotrade as percentage of total trade. We were telling before how much this can be used for policies. For example, a country may want to see if specific policies targeting trading biodiversity-based products are needed to make sure that biotrade is sufficiently promoted or valued in proportion of the rest of the total trade. So they may want to see how matter biotrade as a total trade and define specific policies, for example, to promote or increase the trade to specific countries. So it's very important that those two indicators show how much biotrade matters in proportion of the size of the economy in these two forms. We have other 4 indicators. The first type of indicator you see is market concentration indices. And in this case, you will not find the economy available as an available variable, because it just shows globally how much a biotrade of a specific product per each year is concentrated. A value closer to 1 means the import and export, or in this case, the exports, are very highly concentrated around a few economies. The other way around, a value close to 0 means that the export of a product are very much diversified, and meaning that these products are basically spread around the world. The same type of indicator, but not anymore by product, but rather by market, is seen by the product concentration indices, which is the other way around. So it sees how much there is concentration of around a certain economy of export and imports of many or just a few products in a specific economy. So you here will see that this indicator, for example, is comprising all the total biodiversity products. The higher is the number, the highest is the concentration of basically biotrade around the specific economy, a specific product, sorry. We have also other two types of indicators that are revealing, for example, the market structural change indices of export and imports of products tell us how varies and the concentration, the indices of exports and product over time. And also we have the revealed comparative advantage. All the details and on how things have been calculated are available in the metadata, so in these tabs with info. Again, you can always download the bulk data here. You can either customize it first by going into the page and selecting how you want your table to look like, or you can directly download all the data in bulk with the default setting. So all of them are available and free of charge, and you can download them.